first episode kicks off with the narrator setting the scene: love, romance, that magical moment when nothing else matters. But just as the couple leans in for a kiss, reality interrupts. This isn't just a love story, the narrator clarifies. Sure, there is romance, but the real main character, Elena Bianda, the best chaperone in town. Elena makes it clear she's not a maid. She's well educated, sharp, and has a keen eye for judgment. That's why wealthy families hire her to guide their daughters through high society, protect their reputations, and ultimately find them the perfect match. She loves a good romance, especially one with a happy ending, but if she does her job well, she's out of the picture. Then an opportunity arises: a widowed father with three unmarried daughters. That's years of work, and Elena isn't about to pass it up. She pulls some strings to learn more about the sisters before officially stepping in. She knows what she's doing, until she meets Santiago, the widower's godson. When Elena arrives at the Mencia household, she meets Pedro, the girl's father, and Santiago, who questions if she's too young for the job. She fires back that he's awfully young to have three daughters. The quick-witted exchange sets the tone for their dynamic. Inside, Pedro's daughters, Cristina, Carlota, and Sarah, size up Elena from the window. She's not some old spinster, they note. She actually looks decent, but if she's not smart, she won't be any use to them. Santiago, on the other hand, vouches for her intelligence, but first, she has to win over their father. Pedro explains that he spent most of his life traveling, leaving his late wife to raise their daughters. Elena expresses her condolences and tells him that sometimes girls need someone they can confide in, someone who isn't their father. Pedro tests her, knowing plenty of other chaperones would kill for this job. Elena shares that she too lost her parents. That seals the deal, he hires her. Of course, not everyone is thrilled. Another chaperone, Alicia, snidely congratulates Elena on securing such a long-term position. Meanwhile, the household's head maid lays down the law. Elena has strict rules to follow. The Mencia girls aren't like other women she's worked with, and their futures are in her hands. If she fails, Pedro will hear about it. Elena quickly learns the sisters are a handful. Carlota plays a prank on her, but Elena handles it well and earns her trust. Cristina, however, still struggles with grief, and when she tries to punish Carlota, Sarah steps in, leading to an argument. Later that night, Elena catches Sarah sneaking out. The next morning, Pedro tells Elena that the girls need to rejoin society, especially Cristina, who has a suitor, Eduardo Espinosa de Monier. His late wife had been handling the courtship, but now it's up to Elena. Cristina is hesitant, still mourning, but Elena encourages her to live. Her mother wouldn't want her wasting away, fighting with her sisters. She should go out, smile, and let Eduardo take her out. Encouraged, Cristina dresses up for the soiree. At the event, Elena runs into Santiago again. Their conversation is full of playful sarcasm, and Josefina, another chaperone, notices the spark between them. But Elena knows the rules. Chaperones don't fall in love. While Cristina and Eduardo get cozy, Elena keeps an eye on Sarah, who secretly meets Dr. Aguilar. Turns out she's fascinated by medicine, but since her father wouldn't approve, she's studying in secret. She begs Elena to keep it that way, and Elena agrees. Later, Elena returns to check on Cristina and Eduardo, but finds them alone in a carriage, getting too intimate for comfort. She scolds Cristina, reminding her that actions have consequences. Eduardo, smitten, promises to marry Cristina. A month later, preparations are underway for Eduardo's official proposal. Meanwhile, Elena continues covering for Sarah, helping her sneak out to study with the doctor. Everything seems set, but when the moment arrives, Eduardo is nowhere to be found. Instead, a letter arrives. He's left for Paris, abandoning Cristina. Heartbroken, Cristina locks herself in her room, destroying everything in sight. Elena comforts her, but Cristina drops a bombshell. She's pregnant. As the episode ends, Elena realizes she is now entangled in a crisis that could ruin both of their lives. The narrator teases this is just the beginning. Can Elena handle what's coming next? With a sigh, Elena collapses onto the bed and the screen fades to black.